How to block everything, all incoming and outgoing internet access, except those applications are in firewall whitelist. Is it possible to auto-block all applications incoming/outgoing internet connection except for example Firefox with default Windows firewall? I would like to block everything, even including Windows Update and other software updates. I would like to allow only one web browser like Firefox, Chrome or Opera. How can I set up a config like this in Windows Firewall? I see for blocking application but seems you need to add one by one and it is a tedious task. What I wish to achieve is a whitelisting, meaning that I set up one rule on a firewall that says block everything, deny all any/any, where deny equals don't let anything through. All equals all types of traffic. Any/any equals any source, any destination. Then, I set up the whitelist, meaning the list of good destinations that I want to allow. A list of applications that I'd like to grant network access to them. Only application in this list will be able to communicate. Notice that whitelisting is different than blacklisting, in that whitelisting blocks everything and then allows a few things later. With that definition in mind, everything is automatically blocked and cannot be used. I'd like there should be an option or button to makes it possible for me to edit, add or delete application in this list manually. I'm not an expert, so please try to give a detailed answer as I don't know anything about ports and some other expressions that I came across when Googling this. Thanks.
Simple wall. Description. Simple tool to configure Windows filtering platform, WFP, which can configure network activity on your computer. The lightweight application is less than a megabyte, and it is compatible with Windows Vista and higher operating systems. For correct working, need administrator rights. Features. Free and open source. Simple interface without annoying pop-ups. Rules editor, create your own rules. Internal block list, block Windows Spy, telemetry. Dropped packets information with notification and logging to a file feature, Win7+. Allowed packets information with logging to a file feature, Win8+. Windows subsystem for Linux, WSL, support, Win10. Windows Store support, Win8+. Windows Services support. Localization support. IPv6 support. Website, www.henry.org.
You do not need any third-party firewall software. By default, Windows Firewall functions as follows. Inbound, block all unless in the list, whitelist. Outbound, allow all unless in the list, blacklist. You want to block all inbound and all outbound connections by default. Go to Control Panel bar. There, right-click as shown in screenshot to get the properties. Change outbound connections to block for each profile. Now you can add only the programs you want to the list. You can import/export rules by right-clicking the same as in screenshot above and selecting Export Policy. It imports/exports the whole thing, so you can experiment, disabling rules and making your machine more secure. For example, my settings are as follows, excluding my programs. Inbound, there's not a single rule here. Outbound, only core networking, DNS UDP out is enabled. If you're using OpenVIN, you will also need to add 2 more outbound rules. Core networking, dynamic host configuration protocol, DHCP out, and a rule to allow OpenVIN.x.
In an elevated shell window, do set all profiles to block inbound/outbound traffic. Remove all rules. Allow basic outbound rules for ports 80,443, 53, 67, 68. And to reset firewall to default values. All changes take effect immediately.
Another very useful, powerful and of course free here. TinyWall. TinyWall takes a different approach from traditional firewalls. It does not display pop-ups that urge users to allow. In fact, it will not notify you of any blocked action at all. Instead of showing pop-ups, TinyWall makes it easy to whitelist or unblock applications by different means. For example, you can just initiate whitelisting by a hotkey, then click on a window that you want to allow. Or, you can select an application from the list of running processes. Of course, the traditional way of selecting an executable also works. This approach avoids pop-ups, but still keeps the firewall very easy to use. Most importantly, with the no pop-up approach, the user will only notice that a program has been denied internet access when he can't use it anymore. Consequently, users will only unblock applications that they actually need and none more, which is optimal from a security standpoint. Feature overview. Multiple and easy ways to whitelist programs. Automatic learning mode. Firewall tampering protection. Password lockdown of settings. Quick modes like normal protection, allow outgoing, block all, allow all and learning mode. Support for temporary/time firewall rules. Port and domain block lists. Hosts file protection. Option to always allow communication within LAN. Option to restrict an application to the LAN. Recognition of safe software and imposters. Full IPv6 support. List established and blocked connections. View open ports on your machine. 100% free and clean software. No fees, no ads, no paid upgrades. You can see the TinyWall whitelist in below image.
Sports